studied Unit 5, Unit 5 second chapter is numerical solution of algebraic equation. Of simultaneous equation. Then second method is Jacobi method. Jacobi's method of iteration. Jacobi's method of iteration. This method is also known as Gauss-Jacobi method. Then step is consider the following system of equations. A1x plus B1y plus C1z is equal to D1. These are the first equation. Then second is A2x plus B2y plus C2z is equal to D2. These are the second equation. Then third is A3x plus B3y plus C3z is equal to D3. If mod of A1 is greater than mod of B1 plus C1, mod of B2 is greater than mod of A2 plus C2, and mod of C3 is greater than mod of A3 plus mod of B3. Means coefficient matrix is diagonally dominant. Then next step is find x, y, z from equation first, second and third respectively. So find out first x is equal to 1 divided by a1 d1 minus b1y minus c1z Then y is equal to 1 divided by b2 minus a2x minus c2z. These are the fourth equation, and z is equal to 1 divided by c3 d3 minus a3x minus b3y. Then find out first iteration. Then consider the initial approximation x is equal to x0, y is equal to y0, and z is equal to z0. Means find out x1, y1 and z1. So for first iteration, x1 is equal to 1 divided by a1 d1 minus b1 y0 minus c1 z0. Then y1 is equal to 1 divided by b2 d2 minus a2x0 minus c2 z0, and z1 is equal to 1 divided by c3 d3 minus a3x0 minus b3x0. These are the first iteration. Then find out second iteration. x2 is equal to 1 divided by a1 d1 minus b1 y1 minus c1 z1. So x y2 is equal to 1 divided by b2 d2 minus a2 x1 minus c2 z1. Then z2 is equal to 1 divided by c3 d3 minus a3x1 minus b3y1. Then here xr plus 1, which is equal to 1 divided by a1 d1 minus b1yr c1 minus c1 zr. Then yr plus 1, which is equal to 1 divided by b2 d2 minus a2 xr minus cz zr, and zr plus 1, which is equal to 1 divided by c3 d3 minus a3 xr minus b3 yr. The process The process is continue till interactive values are numerically same. These are the Gauss-Jacobi method or Jacobi iteration method. Then we give the first example. Solve using Jacobi method. Solve using Jacobi's method. 10x plus y plus 2z is equal to 30. Then 3x plus 10y plus z is equal to 40. Then 2x plus 3y plus 10z is equal to 15. Then here 3 iterations only. 3 iterations only. Then first upon here given system of equations, ten x plus y plus 2z is equal to 30. Then 3x plus 10y plus z is equal to 40. Then third equation 2x plus 3y plus 10z is equal to 50. आता इथे बघा एक्सचा कोएफिशियंट 10, 10y and 10z. Hence this matrix is diagonally dominant. Hence the coefficient matrix of given system is diagonally dominant. Is diagonally dominant. Then find x, y, z from equation first, second and third. So here first x is equal to x का 1 divided by 10. Then here 13 मग राहिलेले घ्यायचे 13 minus y minus 2z and y is equal to y is equal to 1 divided by 10, 14 minus 3x minus 3z minus z, and z is equal to our fourth 5, and z is equal to 1 divided by 10, 15 minus 2x minus 3y. देखिए लगा माइनस होना. These are the 6 equation. Then find out first iteration. For first iteration, start with initial approximation. Initial approximation. X is equal to x0, y is equal to y0, and z is equal to z0. Initial approximation. x0 is equal to 0, y0 is equal to 0, and z0 is equal to 0. So for the first iteration, x is equal to 1 divided by 10, 13 minus y0 minus 2z0, and which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 13 minus y0 is 0, and 2 into 0 is 0. So which is equal to 13 minus 0 is 13 divided by 10 is equal to 1.3. x1 is equal to 1.3. Similarly, y1 is equal to 1 divided by 10, 14 minus 3x0 minus z0. So here 1 divided by 10, 14 minus 3 into x0 is 0 minus z0 is 0, and which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 14 minus 3 into 0 is equal to 14 divided by 10, and which is equal to 1.4. Then here x1 is equal to 1.3, and 1.4. Then find out z1. So z1 is equal to 1 divided by 10, 15 minus 2x minus 3y 0. So here 1 divided by 10, 15 minus 2 into x0 is 0, 3 into 0. So which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 15 minus 2 into 0 minus 0 is equal to 15 divided by 10, and which is equal to 1.5. So first iteration, So we get first iteration x1 is equal to 1.3, y1 is equal to 1.4 and z1 is equal to 1.5. So here we get the first iteration x1 is equal to y1 is equal to 1.4 and z1 is equal to 1.5. Then find out second iteration. For second iteration, put x1 is equal to 1.3, y1 is equal to 1.4 and z1 is equal to 1.5. So first find out x2, which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 13 minus y1 minus 2z1, which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 13 minus y1 is 1.4 minus 2 into z1 is 1.5. So find out this value by calculator. 13 minus 13 minus 1.4, which is equal to minus 2 into minus 2 into 1.5 minus 2 into 1.5, which is equal to 8.6. So 8.6 divided by 10, which is equal to 1.49 means 0.86. So here x2 is equal to 0.86. Then find out y2. So here y2, which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 14 minus 3x1 minus z1. So which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 14 minus 3 into x1 is 3 into x1, 1.3 minus z1 is 1.5, and which is equal to 14 minus in bracket 3 into 1.3, 3 into 1.3 into 1.3 minus 1.5, and which is equal to 8.6. So here 8.6 divided by 10. So 8.6 divided by 10 is 0.1.86. So y2 is equal to also 0.86. Then find out third z2. So Z2 is equal to 1 divided by 10, 15 minus 2x minus 3y, 1, which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 15 minus 2 into x1 means 1.3 minus 3 into y1 means 1.4. So by scientific calculator, 15 minus 2 into 1.3, 2 into 1.3 minus 3 into 1.4, 3 into 1.4, and which is equal to 8.2. So 8.2 divided by 10, which is equal to 0.82. These are the Z2, 0.82. Then find out third iteration. For third iteration, x2 is equal to 0.86, y2 is equal to 0.86, and z2 is equal to 0.82. Hence, first find out x3, which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 13 minus y minus y2 minus 2z2, which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 13 minus y2 minus 2 into z2, 0.82. So find out this value. 13 minus 0.86 minus 2 into 0.82, and which is equal to 10.5. 10.5 divided by 10. So 1 point party येणार, 10 is 1 point party येणार, so 1.05. So here x3 is equal to 1.05. Then find out y3. Then y3 is equal to 1 divided by 10, 14 minus 3x2 minus z2, and which is equal to 1 divided by 10, 14 minus 3 into x2, 0.86 minus z2, and by scientific calculator, 14 minus 3 into 0.86, 0.86 minus 0.82, which is equal to 10.6. So 10.6 divided by 10, so 1 point per 10 is 1.06. So y3 is equal to 1.06. Then find out z3. So Z3 is equal to 1 divided by 10, 15 minus 2x2 minus 3y2. So 1 by 10, 15 minus 2 into x2 minus 3 into y2. So find out this value. 15 minus 2 into 0.86 minus 3 into 0.86, which is equal to 15 minus 2 into 0.2 into 0.86 minus 3 into 0.86, and which is equal to 10.7. So 10.7 divided by 10, which is equal to 1 point per 10 means 1.07. So after third iteration, x3 is equal to 1.5, y3 is equal to 1.06, and z3 is equal to 1.07. Hence, after third iteration, approximate solution is x is equal to 1.05, y is equal to 1.06, and z is equal to 1.07. Then, second example, solve the following by using Jacobi's method. So first is 20x plus y minus 2z is 70. Then next is 3x plus 20y minus z is equal to minus 80. And then 2x minus 3y plus 20z is equal to 25. Then here carry out 3 iterations only. So here first upon given system of equations, is 20x plus y minus 2z is equal to 70. then 3x plus 20y minus z is equal to minus 18. Then 2x minus 3y plus 20z. Then हा डायगोनली डॉमिनंट आहे हे कसं ओळखणार तर फर्स्ट 20y 20z then here coefficient is 1, here minus 2, so 1 and minus 2 is greater than 20. Then here 3 and minus 1 are greater than 20 is greater than 2 and minus 3. So this the coefficient matrix is diagonally dominant. Is diagonally dominant. Then find out x, y and z. So find x, y, z from first, second and third. So here x is equal to 1 divided by 20, 70 minus y, then minus minus plus 2z, 70 minus y plus 2z. Then find out y. Y is equal to 1 divided by 20 minus 18 minus 3x plus z. Sign change होणार. Then z is equal to 1 divided by 20, 25 minus 2x plus 3y. These are the 6 equations. Then for first iteration only put y0 and z0. So same process. Find out first iteration. So for first iteration put x0 is equal to 0, y0 is equal to 0 and z0 is equal to 0. So x1 is equal to 1 divided by 20, 17 minus y0 plus 2z0. So here 1 divided by 20, 70 minus y0 0 है plus 2 into 0 0. So 70 divided by 20. Hence x1 is equal to 70 divided by 20 and which is equal to 0.85. 0.85. So x1 is equal to 0.85. x1 is equal to 0.85. Then find out y1. So y1 is equal to 1 divided by 20 minus 18 minus 3x0 plus z0. इथे काय होणार 1 divided by 20 minus 18 minus 3 into 0 plus 0. Z0 is 0. So these 0 and 0 cancel. Then minus 18 divided by 20, and which is equal to, here use this sign, minus 18 divided by 20, and which is equal to minus 0.9, minus 0.9. These are the y1. Then find out z1. So z1 is equal to 1 divided by 20, 25 minus 2x plus 3y, x0 y0. So 1 divided by 20, 25 minus 2 into 0 plus 3 into 0. So 0 0 cancel होना, which is equal to 25 divided by 20, and 25 divided by 20, which is equal to 1.25, which is equal to 1.25. So z1 is equal to 1.25. So first iteration is x1 is equal to 0.85, y1 is equal to minus 0.9, and z1 is equal to 1.25. Then find the second iteration. Then for second iteration, x1 is equal to 0.85, y1 is equal to minus 0.9, and z1 is equal to 1.25. Then first find out x2. So x2 is equal to 1 divided by 20, minus 18 minus 3x1 plus z1, and which is equal to 1 divided by 20, minus 18 minus 3 into x1, 0.85 plus z1 means 1.25. So find out this value. Minus 18 minus 3 into 0.85 plus 1.25, which is equal to minus 19.3 divided by 20, and divided by 20, which is equal to minus 0. Sorry, these are the y2, because we take this value, and y2 is minus 0.965. Then find out x2. y2 is equal to minus 0.965. Then find out x2. So x2 is equal to 1 divided by 20, 70 minus y1 minus 2z1 plus 2z1, and which is equal to 1 divided by 20, 70 minus y1 plus 2 into z1 is 1.25, and then here minus minus plus 1, so 17 plus 0.9 plus 2 into 1.25, and which is equal to 20.4 divided by 20. So divided by 20, which is equal to 1.02. 1.02. So x2 is equal to 1.02. Then find out z2. So z2 is equal to 1 divided by 20, 25 minus 2x1 plus 3y1, and which is equal to 1 divided by 20, 25 minus 2 into x1 plus 3 into y1 minus 0.9, and which is equal to, find out value, 25 minus, so here 25 minus 2 into 0.85 plus, means here minus minus 3 into 0.9, which is equal to 20.6 divided by 20, divided by 20, which is equal to 1.03. So from this, find out the third iteration. Find out third iteration. Here x2 is equal to 1.02, y2 is equal to minus 0.965, and z2 is equal to 1.03. So first find out x3. So x3 is equal to 1 divided by 20, 70 minus y2 plus 2z2, which is equal to 1 divided by 20, 70 minus y2 plus 2 into z2, so 17, here minus minus plus 0.965 plus 2 into 1.03, and which is equal to 20.025. divided by 20. So divided by 20, which is equal to 1.00125. 125 means 1 3. Hence here x3 is equal to 1.0013. Then find out y3 is equal to 1 divided by 20 minus 18 minus 3x2 plus z2, and which is equal to 1 divided by 20 minus 80 minus 3 into x2 plus z2 is 1.03. So find out its value. Minus 18 minus 3 into 1.02 plus 1.03, which is equal to minus 2.003, divided by 20, which is equal to minus 1.0015. Minus 1.0015. Then find out Z3, which is equal to 1 divided by 20, 25 minus 2x2 plus 3y2, which is equal to 1 divided by 20, 25 minus 2 into x2 plus 3 into y2 is minus 0.965, and which is equal to 25 minus 2 into 1.02 plus, so इथे minus होना, minus 3 into 0.965, and which is equal to 20.065. 20.065 divided by 20, which is equal to 1.0033. 1.0033. These are the Z3. 0033. So after third iteration, hence after third iteration, solution is x is equal to 1.0013, y is equal to minus 1.0015, and z is equal to 1.0033.